Hey guys, Mason again with another watch review. Today we're going to do the Citizen Nighthawk. This is the US version. There you go. And the US version means it has this shiny case back with no special raised up engraving or anything like the European version does. Okay, so first I'm just going to do it on the wrist here, because I really haven't done that in my other reviews. So there you go. I don't have huge wrists, but they aren't tiny either. And that gives you an idea there how big it wears. So not very big. There. Okay, so it's a great looking watch overall. So let's see here. So it has a mineral crystal. There are some versions you can get that have a sapphire crystal, but I don't think any of the US, I think only the radio controlled Nighthawks have the sapphire crystal. It's got a 24-hour hand, the GMT hand, or dual time zone hand if you'd like to, which is indicated by the white and red airplane. So right now you can only see the white airplane, but the red airplane's hidden underneath the hour hand there. And there's a little track there where the white airplane runs across the white numbers there, and the red airplane will run across the red numbers. So right now it tells you that it's 12 a.m. right now. It's actually 12:15. So another cool feature this watch has, it has a screw-down crown. Let's go through all the basic stuff first. Screw-down crown, water resistant to 200 meters. The crown, I want to just say that it doesn't take very many clicks for the crown to pop out or go back in. It takes like 2 turns of the crown, one good turn to push it in all the way, to screw it in, which is different than a lot of watches I've owned with screw-down crowns. Usually it takes a few more turns for it to be screwed in. And it has this rotating pilot's bezel, the pilot's slide rule bezel, rotating crown here. I guess it's a crown. They're at 8 o'clock, and the screw down crown is at 3. It has a date, no day. It's Echo Drive, so it's the solar, obviously Citizen solar technology. Recently I read that these Echo Drive watches will last, after 20 years, they'll still be able to retain 80% of their original capacity. So they're, unlike a phone battery in the sense that the capacitors in them are meant for much more long-term use, than just a few years. This one has a black dial, but you can get one that's called like the Havana, which has like a reddish, dark brown red dial. Stainless steel. It has a nice weight to it, but it's not too heavy at all. Definitely not one of the heaviest watches I've ever owned or anything like that. The bracelet is very nice. It's a fold-over deployant with the safety buckle there, and it has these little I forget what they're called right now. Like I guess the push button deployment clasp there. Double, has 2 buttons. You have to push both of them in order for the watch to release. Fairly nice. It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. It's comfortable, and you can tell it's fit together nicely. It clicks securely, and then that folds over, so that's not really going anywhere. And it's easy to get on and off. That's all you can really ask. And it's comfortable, like I said. It has micro adjustments, 3 right there. I don't believe there are no half links. There's no half links. There's solid end links though, and solid stainless steel links. So it is a nice band overall. Nice bracelet for this watch. Other cool things. I guess let's dive into the features now. So the pilot's rotating slide rule bezel, you can do calculations with it. You can the only thing I've found you can't really do is use it like a normal elapsed time bezel, like on dive watches. It doesn't do that very well. Um, but other videos show you very well how to use a slide rule bezel, so I won't go into that too much. So it having a mineral crystal, it will and can get scratched fairly easily, but I think you can also buy a sapphire crystal and then replace it if you have the know-how. Oh, a cool feature about this watch is that you can adjust the hours of the watch without having to stop the seconds hand or change the whole time by an hour. You can just, it's like a quick set hour hand. Um, so the hours will move, the hour hand will move without the seconds or minutes being moved or stopped also, which is really nice. So also you can use the little airplane hands as either a 24-hour indicator or a dual time zone indicator. So those hands move independently of the other hands. So if you wanted to, you could set um, the big hour and minute hand to be your local time, and then the other to be a secondary time zone. So that's another great feature of this. Overall, it just looks, the dial looks busy, but if you're looking at it from far away like here, you see the time, and that's all you need to see. And if you get up real close, you can see all the detail and everything. And it's also a really deep dial, so I'm not sure if you can see this, but it just has a lot of depth to it. You don't really appreciate it until you see it in person, because it has 4 hands. Has that, the airplane hand, I'll call it, with the red and white airplane on it, and then it has an hour, a minute, and a second hand. Just the dial is really detailed and beautiful. It has applied indices on all the hour markings are applied. It has fairly good lume. It's that blue Citizen lume. I'll actually show it to you right now. I'm gonna charge it up. I'm gonna go kill the light. And here we go. There's the lume. It looks really neat. It kind of simplifies itself, simplifies the whole face of the watch. And there it is. So it won't last super super long, but it's definitely not terrible lume. It's kind of nice how the 12 and 6 are painted with the lume as well. No seconds hand illumination though, but I do like it. I'll go turn the lights back on. So there you go. That's the Citizen Nighthawk. I can put the exact model down in the description, but this is a really iconic, Citizen, and it's one that's pretty well liked, especially in the EDC community. You get eco drive, you get a great reliable movement, and if you're a traveler, you can set the hour hand to a different time zone when you go, and you can travel there, and it knows your home time and a secondary time as well. So overall, it's a great watch, and you can actually use it as a pilot's watch too, since it has the pilot's slide rule on the inner bezel there. Thanks for viewing, guys, and if you liked it, give me a like, a comment, a subscription. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. Thanks, guys.